Hi, this is Jeremy, aka Mr. Variety. Things that I've learned while doing the top stitch of jeans. You can probably get them light for you here. Give me a second. Sorry, the things like the Back to the Future DeLorean, you have to like try over and over again, like turn on light, gosh darn it, and bang it. But here's a hem job I've done so far. I've got part of it done. See, I was running out of I refilled that, but it was almost out. I said, wait, I got enough to do half of this. So I just what I did, I just, as you can see, that's not done there, but I went over out, poked myself. That happens a lot when you sew stuff. But I went over and started here, and then I went all the way to the ground, to the other edge here, get another screen, and I finished there, and the back stitch, and that way I could empty what was on there, empty what was on the old spool because that was actually out too, and then replenish it so that I don't run out of things mid spool. Another thing I learned was, you got what's called the long arm. So anyway, you want to like pull this as far out as you can, like that far, not like too close to the middle there because they get bunched up. And it is your top stitch right here. Anyway, I'm gonna get this back on there so that it's ready to go. But I'm learning things about hemming jeans as much as I can. One of the things is don't go fast. And you see, I need to still thread that needle. Another thing I do that's real quick is literally sometimes if you have a straight enough piece of thread, now that's really frayed. Wouldn't really use that. I would snip it with scissors until I don't get something that's frayed very much, and then I would also after that I would like do like put a little moisture on there, and that would help out. Most times you don't have to do the moisture thing, but sometimes it works. But definitely make sure it's not frayed very much when you snip it, and you just keep snipping until you don't have one that's messed up like that. One of the things I'm learning about jeans is you see how this part is not pulled over, but yet this part. Hold on a sec. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Oh, sorry. Triple sorry. Quadruple sorry. Pull this on there. So softly. So sweetly. Okay. Alright, so now that's basically almost on there. Fully. Almost. And so anyway, what you're seeing here is this part's still stuck over here. Now, before I would always kind of have that stuck over there, but part of the problem with that is it creates tension. It creates tension. We don't want tension. We want relief. So that way the jeans are fully relieved of any tension and they stay straight and you can stitch them without having to wrestle them back and forth, That's one of the things I've learned. Another thing too is you know, dial back that speed. Dial it back. Slow as possible, And that's another thing I learned was once you get your speed dialed back to you, is check your work. Make sure you're get a finger over top of it because you can feel the lump. Like there's no what do you call it? There's no seam allowance over here. But right here's the bump. You can feel, oh, there's seam allowance, so I can sew into that. If you sew into this over here, there's nothing to hold your jeans in. So, I'm learning things a little bit at a time. But, you know, let's basically try to improve each time. This is my third pair of jeans ever, so I'm just getting it done for a client of mine. That anyway, I'm gonna get going, but that's a little update on some jeans hemming. So, yep. Thanks. And this is Jeremy, aka Mr. Variety, Jeremy DeNovo, at Who Needs Designers, at sign Who Needs Designers. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/. Who Needs Designers, normal spelling. YouTube.com for at sign Who Needs Designers, and all the other socials like Instagram, or just go to my website if you want to. It might take you a gazillion years before you decide, well, I think I'll finally visit a website, Um, It's whoneedsdesigners.com with a Z. That's WHONEEDSDEZIGNERS. Whoneedsdesigners.com. And you can contact me and all that stuff. Well, I gotta go finish this job. Thanks for joining me while I sweat until I get my air conditioning installed. And pull the wheel of a bridge embankment. You know. Anyway, I like Tommy Boy. It's a good movie. All right, peace out, guys. Fat guy sewing somebody's jeans. I'm gonna go. Thanks. One last thing. Stitch in a ditch. Say it over and over again. Use the stitch in a ditch tool. And that should help keep you straight. Peace. Because don't we know it's important to keep it straight and right? Visit twitch.tv/music forum, twitch.tv/music forum. WhoNeedsDesigners.com. Scan the code.
My man. 20%.